Hi, I'm Debbie Chronostor. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and tonight I'm going to show you a really cute card with Hey Chick. Let me get you turned back over here where you can see my tabletop. And this is my host code for this month. If you need any supplies, you can go to Stamp with Deb, click on Shop, and it will take you into my store, and there you can purchase supplies. So tonight I'm going to show you how I made this cute little Hey Chick card. Hey Chick is back. It was here in 2017, and it went away because it was a freebie. It was a free stamp set that we got for celebration, and so it did go away. And this year, Stampin' Up! Has brought back Hey Chick with a set of dies, which are in here. Part of them are. And yeah, and now they have given us Hey Birthday Chick to coordinate with it. And Hey Birthday Chick also has dies. So they're adorable. They go together. So there's a fence here. There's a wire fence here. A bow tie. We're going to use the bow tie tonight. And a happy birthday, and these are images that cut out the chick. This is a corn sack or a flour sack or a grain sack, whatever you want it to be, some kind of a sack. So, and then in Hey Chick, and you can order the dies separately. If you already have Hey Chick from a couple of years ago, you can order these dies. And there's a chicken coop, there's some corn, a log here. There's corn, ears of corn, and there's corn husks. Is that what they are? And then there's some eggs here also. So you can order the dies separately if you already own Hey Chick. So let me get started on this card. I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so I started with a piece of, this is Coastal Cabana, and I cut it at 5.5 by 8.5, and then I scored it at 4.25. Okay. Then I have a piece of Whisper White. We'll set that aside. I have a piece of Whisper White that is going to be cut at 5.25. Move the scoring blade up. By 8 inches, 8 o'clock, by 8 inches. It feels like 8 o'clock, is it? Oh, it's after 8. Okay. Alrighty. And then I'm going to score this at 2. Let's move my stamp out of the way. And at 4, score. Let's move that out of the way too. And 6. Okay. Let's see, are we done cutting? No, we need to cut a piece of Designer Series paper. And the one that I chose to work with is Playing with Patterns. And so I'm going to cut this at 4 inches by 5.25. Okay, now I think we're done with this, at least for now we are. So this is my card base, and I'm going to attach this DSP to the front of it. If you just go around the edges, then the piece that comes out of the center you'll be able to use for something else at some time, because you've got a good piece of DSP and a good piece of, actually, we're going to use the Coastal Cabana here. Whoa. Okay, so that's on there. Okay, then I'm going to die cut this. So I have this tape, it's painter's tape, and this is the purple painter's tape. And even though it's supposed to be not very sticky, it's pretty sticky, especially when you run it through the die cutting machine. So I'm just going to put it on my hands because your hands have a natural oil in them, and so that will help make it a little bit less sticky by picking up the oils in your hands. And so I'm going to tear this in another piece. And so what I want to do is I want to line this up, and it's really important that it's straight. That is this mat out of the way because my machine slides on the mat. Those two. Okay, now I want to put this in here so that I can go through, but it needs to be straight. I mean, it needs to be crooked, but you don't want to go too far off. It's going to cut better if it's crooked. Whenever you have a die like this and you cut it straight on, you get the speed bump effect, so it doesn't cut as well. So here we go. I'm going to go through, and then I'm going to come back because I don't want to catch the end of my card over here. I don't want to catch this on the side of the machine. This is the problem with the adhesive. This is why I don't like using washi tape or any kind of adhesive, because typically I end up tearing my paper. So this piece is stuck. So I'm just going to go slow, take my time. And oops, it tore a little bit right there. Okay, well, that's the way it is. Okay, let's go back and finish the card mechanism. So I want to crease this over really good now, and I'm going to burnish it with my bone folder. Ooh, let's turn it over and do it so I don't get my hand caught in there. All right. So then this is going to be folded. The first fold is going to go away from you. The second fold is going to go towards you. And that's all we're going to fold for right now. And then I'm going to put adhesive on that first panel that we had. Am I out of screen? It looks like I am. Okay, I'm going to put adhesive on this panel. And then I'm just going to fold it up like it was. And I'm going to lay it in here so the crease, so the edge of this paper goes in the crease of my card. Okay. And then I'm going to put tear and tape along this edge here. So I'm going to put it from here up to here. And then from that tape over to the score line. There's a score line here in the middle. So I just want to go to the score line. Just like that. Let go of me. Okay, let's press that down good so when we pull it up. Okay, now I am going to fold this way. So you're going to fold that over because when it comes up, it's going to go that direction. So I'm going to pull that tape off. Or pull the paper off. We don't want to pull the tape off, do we? Pull the paper off, lay the card down, fold it over, and press it down good. But don't press the tear. And then the card opens. And when you open it up, you want to take your bone folder and you just want to crease that really good right in there. So that is the card mechanism right there. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my Big Shot and I'm going to use the Stitch So Sweetly die. And the largest, there's two of them. I have two of them here. A large one and a smaller one. This is the largest. This is the next size down. This one I'm going to cut in Coastal Cabana. Okay, there's my coastal cabana. Okay, so I cut that in Whisper White. And those are the two smaller sizes from the Stitch So, the two large sizes from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Okay, and then we're going to attach this only on one side. So you're going to attach it only on this side over here. So I'm going to put my adhesive right on the card through the hole. And just leaving an edge around there, a border around there, because I know I'm going to have a border. And so just like that, make it straight. Instead of using the Stitch So Sweetly dies, you could also use the layering rectangle dies. I just chose these because I love these. They're so pretty. And they're one of my favorites. So there we are. We have our two layers on the front. Okay, and then the rest of it is just decorating. So I'm going to stamp my chicken. This feels so thick all of a sudden. With Tuxedo Black. So that's one. And then I'm going to stamp my second one and my third one. So this one, oh, I should have stamped that greeting before I put that together. This one, they'll all get stamped in Tuxedo Black. And then my little chick who's jumping. All right, so coloring. I'm going to go back and I'm going to stamp this "You're Still a Spring Chicken" and "Happy Birthday" before I put any more into here. So the greetings came from the same stamp set. These are from Hey Birthday Chick. And I'm just going to go right up here. I want to give enough room for my chicken at the bottom. And the Happy Birthday is going to go on the other one. Ah, I touched it. Okay. Okay, since I've just put a little mark there, I'm going to go below it, and I'm going to cover that with bling. Okay? So I'll put a piece of bling there, or his foot will be there. One or the other. Okay, so let's cover this up. And I'm going to color these guys. So these are my markers that I'm using. They're Stampin' Blends. So their little feet get colored with pumpkin pie. All of them get colored with the pumpkin pie on their feet. And their noses. Their beaks. I'm going to try the other end. I'm kind of going out of the lines here tonight. Okay. Oh, let me get there. That little nose. And this is Pumpkin Pie Dark. And then I'm going to start with Crumb Cake Light. And I'm going to color this one with the Crumb Cake Light. And I'm going to color this guy with the Crumb Cake Light, the whole chicken, except for his tail feathers and his head feathers. I'm going to do his head too. And then I'm going to come in with the Crumb Cake Dark. And I'm just going to do some little highlighting. Okay. And then I'm going to go back with my Crumb Cake Light. And I'm going to color over that, kind of just draw it in and blend them together. I like my Stampin' Blends. I like that I can just scribble and it comes out looking great. Doesn't matter which way I go. You really want to saturate the paper with it. I love it when they're brand new. They're so easy to use. Mine are getting a little dried out. I've had them for a couple of years now. And some of them are getting a little dried out. I actually threw one away today for the first time in a long time. Okay, so then I'm going to come in with Pool Party Dark. And I'm going to color his little head. And I'm going to color his tail feather. You can see I'm not really taking a lot of time for detail on this. It's just kind of scribble. Fill it in quickly. It doesn't have to be exact. Those I'm going to do in the lighter, the darker. Okay, this little guy's getting left out over here. So I am going to come back with the Crumb Cake Light and just put a little bit of edge on him, a little shading on him. I think that's enough. I don't know, some of you out there that are artists, I'm sure, are having a fit. That's a great thing about stamping. You have creative license colors, doesn't matter what color it is. A chicken can be any color you want it to be. And so, okay, here I'm going to come in with this darker, this is a Bermuda Bay. And I'm just going to give him a little bit in here, maybe a little up there. This little guy's going to get some too, and his head feathers. Oops, them brighter. Okay, and then I'm going to come back with the Pool Party and blend that in. There we go. And this one. Okay. Now for the balloon, I'm going to start with Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to use the brush tip. This Bermuda Bay is hard to open and close for some reason. And I'm just going to come around here on the side, bringing it up to okay, then I'm going to come back with my Pool Party Dark. I'm going to leave that off. That's light. This is dark. And I'm going to color in. And I want to blend this into Pool Party Dark is getting dried up. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my Pool Party Light in the middle. Now with the other end. And I don't want to go too dark here. I just want to blend them together. I want it to have that in the center. And then I'm going to grab something that Stampin' Up! No longer carries. But I have a Jelly Roll pen. And I'm just going to bring it down this side. Just a little bit like that. Okay. Okay, so these guys are ready to be die cut. So I show now that I think about it. Okay, so I'm going to put him on with dimensionals. Sorry about the noise in the background. I have a noisy husband tonight. He has his hearing aids on, so he has no idea that I'm talking. Okay, and then in here, I'm going to put my other chicken. I think I just need 2 for him, and this little guy is just going to get 1. Okay, so I have that spot on there, remember? If I put him there, it's going to look funny. So I'm going to put some bling there. I'm just going to put him up there, and we'll just put a little piece of bling there. And this little guy here, and he should be standing on something, right? So I'm just going to take my pen, and I'm going to give him a little shadow here, so he doesn't look like he's just totally out there. And I'm using the Playful Playing with Patterns. And this is the Playing with Patterns resin dots to go with it. And so I'm just going to put a couple of dots around. Oops, one just went flying. Put one up here, and I can use the yellow and the Coastal Cabana here. And then for him, I almost think want a yellow one. Okay, I'm not getting. Where'd my dot go? Now I have the glue and not the dot. First I had the dot and not the glue. Okay. And we'll just put that one right there. That one probably should have been blue. All right. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If there's anything that you need, please don't hesitate to go to stampwithdeb.com. I appreciate your support. And this is my host code for this month. If you place a $50 order, it's Celebration Month, and you will receive a free product of your choice from the Celebration catalog. If you don't have a catalog, please get in touch with me. You can email me, or you can connect with me through my webpage, through my blog, and I will get back to you. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Bye-bye.